Plaintiff Dennis Karate claims he rented a truck for his friends, but when one of the friends wound up in jail, the truck wound up going AWOL. He's suing for $3,600. Defendants, Michael and Sammy Tirabarelli, say they were still using the truck, and the plaintiff overreacted by calling in the cops. They say they owe him nothing.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I do.
Thank you. The Honorable Judge Jerry now presiding. Good morning, Judge. Next case on the docket is 252, Karate versus Tirabarelli and Tirabarelli.
Thank you, Najee. Welcome to all of you. We have the plaintiff, Dennis Karate. You are suing the defendants, Michael and Salvatore, or calls himself Sammy Tirabarelli, for the amount of $3,600 for breach of contract, including property damage, police administration fees, and rental car fees. I should say that originally the suit was filed for $3,187, but the plaintiff wanted to amend it, but because of the coronavirus, wasn't able to get the amendment in, but I shall permit it at this time. So there we go, a suit for $3,600. Okay, let's start with this case now. Dennis, first of all, why don't you describe the relationship you all have with each other? You apparently have known each other for some time.
I've known Michael and Sammy Tirabarelli for probably 4 to 5 years. They needed a truck to move their belongings, so we went down to Alamo Truck Rental, and I rented them the truck.
If the defendants, if Michael and Sammy, if they needed a truck, why did you have to rent it for them?
Michael did not have a credit card.
And let me just go to the defendants now, Michael and Sammy. You guys are brothers. You have dealt with Dennis on several occasions.
Yes, Your Honor.
How would you describe the relationship? Do you constantly share things?
The relationship between me and Dennis is good. He's rented the truck in the past a few other times for us, and there's been no issue.
When you went with him to rent the truck, did you already know that you wouldn't be able to put it on your card?
Yes, Your Honor. That's the reason why he took us, because I didn't at the time have a driver's license or a credit card to put the vehicle on.
Dennis, for how long was the truck rented?
It was originally for 1 day.
So why don't you tell me the rest of the story, and then I'll give the defendants a chance to answer.
The next day, Sammy called me and said, Dennis, Mike is out loading up the truck. He says, we're probably gonna need the truck for 1 more day. I said, I don't have a problem with that. I called down to Alamo and I changed it from 1 day until 2 days.
Now what happens?
On the 3rd day, Michael calls me and he said, I'm in jail.
So Michael, how did you wind up in jail? What's that story?
It was about a half a mile from Dennis's house. I got pulled over. I had a warrant for my arrest, and I got taken to jail. I had a bench warrant for a no insurance ticket that was about 6 months old or 8 months. It was a bench warrant.
So you were taken to jail. Well, but you were driving the truck. What happened to the truck when they took you to jail?
They released it to my brother. There was 3 of us occupying the vehicle. They released the truck. It was me, my fiance, and my brother. They released the truck. They took me to jail. They released the truck to my brother, and I never talked to Dennis or my brother after that. I spent 26 days in jail, so I don't know what happened after that. So I don't even know why I'm being sued.
Well, Sammy, okay, so Sammy, you were the guy then driving the truck?
Yes, sir.
Because Dennis is saying that Alamo called him because they didn't know where the truck was. How many weeks later was Sammy informed that he's got to get the truck back?
My understanding that we had the truck until we were done with the job. The job wasn't going to be 1-2 days. And when my brother got out of jail, he asked me if I brought the truck back. I said, no, I did not bring the truck back.
So all the while Michael's in jail, you're still driving the truck?
Yes, sir.
Dennis, you rented the truck for them. You thought it'd be for 2 days. They kept it for longer. For one of the days, they asked you if they could keep it longer. You said yes. But then the truck was still in their possession. Since you knew that your name was on the contract for the rental of the truck, why didn't you contact them and say, hey, I got to get the truck back. This is on my card.
I couldn't find Sammy anywhere.
I was
He
in
wouldn't
cop-
answer his phone. Michael was in jail, and so I went down and filed a police report on it, and I let Alamo know what happened.
And your witness is Chris Banda. Tell me, what can you add to this story?
Well, I did all the paperwork to file this case, and I did a chronology. And the way that Dennis explained it to me was that he didn't rent the truck for both of them. I think that's where this is kind of off on the side. He rented the truck for Michael Tirabarelli. He didn't rent it for both of them.
And when I got arrested, they released the truck to my brother, which they should never release the truck to my brother. They had called Dennis. This is what I was told. When I was in a cop car, they had called Dennis and notified him that I was being taken to jail. The police officer never released the truck to my brother, first of all. He didn't have a driver's license. They should have impounded it, called Dennis to come get the vehicle. They should never release the truck to my brother.
Whether he should have had it, Sammy had the truck. So, Sammy, what I don't understand, you knew you had the truck, and you knew that it had originally been rented for 2 days.
There was no time limit. He didn't say we had it for 2 or 3 days. We had it until the job was done. And I was doing the job by myself, so it took a little longer.
So if you're saying there was no time limit on the truck, and you therefore just kept it, you must have understood then that you guys would be paying for it. So isn't what Dennis is saying fair?
They're not telling the truth, and I can prove it. You see, one of the things I did when I prepared this case is I asked the police for the body cam footage. If you look at the body cam footage, Michael was pulled over with a car with a shared girlfriend, and the reason why I said it was a shared girlfriend was because she's had a child from both of them. When they were pulled over, Michael was taken to jail, the girlfriend was taken to jail, and the police, if you look at the video, told Sammy to park the car and leave it there. He didn't do that. He took the car and kept it for almost 2 weeks afterwards, so he's not telling the truth.
Hey, Michael, go ahead and shut the truck off for me. All right, go ahead and come on out for a minute. And you don't have anything illegal on you, right? No. Okay, do me a favor, just go ahead and face the truck for me real quick. Can I take a ride on? Who? Michael? Okay, well, Michael, you're going to have plenty of time because Michael's going to go down with you. Okay, come on back here.
Hey, don't worry. Do my best.
They're both going to city, so yeah, if you just want to park it over here so it's not parked in a handicapped spot, then... All right,
Take care.
thank you very much.
Is she both of your girlfriends?
No, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
She was my girlfriend first. Then
Okay.
Through time went on, we separated. And my brother
What's
ended
that
up
got to
with her.
do with whose girlfriend? I don't
Yeah,
get
what's
it.
it got to do with anything?
The truck.
Their girlfriend came to the house and said, I want to go back to Wisconsin where my daughter is. And I said, I will buy you a bus ticket right now if you'll go back.
What's that got
So
to do with the price?
the next day we took her and Sammy, and while we were at the bus station, Sammy was all the way, while we were going to the bus station, all the way there, Sammy was telling Dennis that he was sorry he took the truck and that someday he's going to pay him back and that he's really sorry, and just went on and
So
on
you
about
were there,
how...
okay, hold on. You know you're on road. You were
Yeah.
there saying that you heard Michael, was it Michael or Sammy?
Well,
Sammy saying that he would pay back. That's what you're saying you heard.
yeah, on the way to the
Okay,
bus
well,
station.
Sammy's here. Okay.
On the way to the
Sammy,
bus
did
station.
you ever say, okay, I got it.
It's just the way his mind is. He's a little warped.
Your Honor,
Okay.
Your Honor,
Here we go, watch.
well, Sammy told you earlier that they were supposed to keep the vehicle until the job was done. That's not true. It was a one-day rental for Michael Tirabarelli originally. Then when Sammy called the
How
next
does
day...
he know? He wasn't there.
The police did not call Dennis. The police never called Dennis.
They didn't call Dennis?
No, they
Okay.
didn't call
Oh,
Dennis.
yes, they did.
Well,
You weren't
sorry.
there.
Sorry,
Chris,
we
you
talked
weren't
to
in
him.
the
I
picture,
talked
Chris.
to him.
All right,
did.
let me hear from Sammy.
Not
Okay,
going back and
enough,
forth
Chris.
with each other, gentlemen.
This is
Okay, now-
this is typical of Chris. Chris gets his nose involved in everything he shouldn't be. He's a nuisance to the neighborhood, and this is what he does constantly just to get in other people's life. We're not saying anything about the truck, but Chris is definitely a nuisance. He shouldn't even be here. I don't even know why he's here. He has an issue with me because he's a jealous type of person. But he's jealous of, look at him. You figure it out yourself.
But Sammy,
he's just a
you-
hater.
What is he? What did you say he's jealous about?
Everything.
Sammy, you took the truck.
I'm
You
not denying that,
didn't
Dennis,
bring
but-
you didn't bring it back to me.
Dennis, I'm not denying
I couldn't
that.
find you. You didn't want to be found.
Now we get to the question of the damage to the van when it was returned to Alamo. You can have a seat now.
Okay.
And I have here the copy of the damage, the receipts for the payment of the damage, what was owed, what was done to the van. You were the ones with the van, right?
Didn't he have insurance on the? We took insurance out on the truck at the time of rental.
Well, unless I have proof that he has insurance.
We
but-
took insurance on the truck at the time of rental. So any
Dennis,
damage?
did you have insurance on damage for the truck?
No, I did not.
You didn't have any insurance.
No.
So when the truck was rented, you all were standing there. When you rented the truck, they always ask,
$9 or $12.
do
it
you
was
want
for
to buy
day.
the insurance?
Right.
And you said no?
You don't have a contract of it? He's got the paperwork right there. He should have a. He should have.
The rental date on that thing was, if you're looking on Exhibit 8, it shows that the rental was from December the 13th, and it was for 2 days after I okayed the second day. It was just for 1 day. I didn't get it.
But you did get it at the time of rental, correct?
No.
Well, you just said you had it for 1 day. You didn't get it.
No, he rented the car for 1 day, not the
rented for
insurance for
one.
1 day.
Sammy called me to use it for the second day while you were in jail because I didn't know
I
you
understand.
were in jail.
The only issue before us is money was paid because of damages to that vehicle, and money was paid because the rental of the vehicle had not been paid. Because of that, I have to determine which one of the parties is responsible for that amount of money, which we've determined is $3,187. That is the only issue before this court,
I'll take
not the
responsibility for that, Your Honor.
personalities. You'll take responsibility?
Yes, I will.
And therefore, I find for the plaintiff, thank you, I find for the plaintiff then $3,187. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. You better get away from me, Chris. I'll get you.
I do know one thing, I will never rent a truck or a car for anybody ever again. Why I will not be friends with Mike and Sammy again.
Well, I think it was fair. I don't think they seen the whole. I don't think I should have been the one being sued because I didn't. I wasn't involved. I was involved with the truck for a few hours. So, I mean, that's the way he's seen it.
Well, I know the gentleman had insurance on it when he rented because he always had insurance on it before. And it is what it is, and there's nothing you can go against. What are you going to do? So I don't think Chris should have been here to begin with, and the way I feel about him, I won't say on national TV because it's not going to be nice.